Okay, we continue with the second part of this final activity. Here we continue, we already studied about sound. We already mentioned it is dental and fricative. In this second sound is j, j, for gentle, for example. In a previous video, we can watch about it. And we find, let's move it to the sound, j. And we see that is a palato alveolar, and it's affricate. So it's palato alveolar because the pronunciation is made in the place between the top of teeth. So let's move here between the top of teeth. So these ones and the highest part of the mouth. The highest part of the mouth is like this in the hard palate. Gentle, yes, that happen. The tip of the tongue is put between the hard palate and the upper teeth. In this part is localized the tip. Yeah, yeah. Okay, that is the reason why it is palato-alveolar, and it is affricate because it is really similar to the plosive sounds. Yes, there is a moment. In the first moment, there is a closure. You hold the air, but you don't put air out from you. And in a moment, you released through a constructed opening. Yeah, a closure, you hold the airflow and you release in a constricting opening. So you don't open your mouth completely. There is a restricted opening, a narrowed opening. Okay, to express yeah. Okay, and our third examples is let's move here the red circle. It's totally different. If you see, we're comparing three different manner or articulations and places of articulation, like to vary how this consonant phonetic works. This one is bilabial and it's plosive. It is bilabial because the consonants are articulated, or this consonant is articulated with both lips. If you remember, I showed you here the lips, the upper and the lower lip. You put in contact to produce the sound of p, and also it is plosive because it's really similar the process of the affricate at the beginning because there is a closure. There is a hole. You don't put at the beginning air outside, but when you release is because there is a pressure. The pressure is accumulated and there is an explosion. For that reason, it's called plosive or stops. Okay, very good. Now let's continue with these if these three sounds are voice or voiceless. So in the first is and voice. What happened with voice and voiceless? Voice is when you produce or you feel a vibration here in your vocal cords. If you feel the vibration, it is voice. But if you don't feel anything, it is voiceless. The first, this one I'm showing to you is unvoiced. The second, yeah, is voiced. And the third one is unvoiced. It's plosive. You put together your lips, but you don't feel anything here in your vocal cords. Okay, very good. Our first, second, and third point now, we're going to use symbols and these phonetics in complete sentences. For that reason, let's move here in the first. I'm going to read and I am going to show you where we find this sound. The first says, the thoughtless thief stole thousands of things. The second is the python slithered through the thistles. If you see here, we have these sounds. The thoughtless here, the thoughtless thief stole thousands of things. And in the second, the python slithered through here thistles.